If you are on your journey of learning English and want to hone your communication skills, download the app Ace Fluency using my referral link and avail 20 minutes free talk time every day. Don't forget to use my coupon code COVEL10 to avail 10% extra discount while purchasing any course.
Yeah, sure. Is it
Warm
okay?
greetings, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am Ankita Jaiswal, one of the employees at Ace Fluency, and I hail from Kolkata.
Okay. Nice to know about you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Now, may I know something about you?
Yeah, Miss Ankita, as you know, I'm Kavaljit Kaur and I'm a working professional. I am in the arena of higher education. And yeah, my whole day I remain busy with my office stuff. So maximum time of the day is consumed this way. So when I'm back, so these days I'm working on my English language and honing my communication skills. So for the last 7 months, I'm on YouTube, simply uploading my language learning concerning videos.
All right. Great, ma'am. It's really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, ma'am, since we are meeting for the very first time, so this is the very first session. All right. So, what's on your mind lately? Like, what's been on your mind lately nowadays? How are you holding up these days?
In what context you are asking me, Ankita?
I'm just asking about very normally that how are you holding up these days? How are you doing these days?
Nothing special is happening these days because for me, my all the days are almost they go the similar way. Like all my maximum part of the day is spent in the office. And in the office, I remain very busy because I'm holding an administrative post there. So when I'm back, and moreover, my job is into some other city, and it takes me more than 1.5 hours to go in the morning and come back. But this much driving I do every day. So once I'm back, then I spend most of the time these days working on my communication skills and making these kinds of videos or having sessions with the strangers also. And I have been on these professional kind of platform earlier also. And I joined some similar kind of platform when I started my journey on YouTube. Then I started working on my communication skills. So I took initial few sessions from some of the experts, mentors or professionals or tutors, whatever the way you take it. And yeah, if I'm left with some time that I spend with nature, I'm a nature lover. I love the plants. And this way the whole day goes on. So for me, all the days are almost similar kind of days. I remain busy and I'm that kind of person who always try to keep myself busy with something which keeps me growing.
All right. Yeah, very good. So it is very essential to keep yourself evolving like throughout the life. And you too are a believer of it, I can see. So no,
Yeah.
all right, ma'am.
Definitely.
As you said, that you love gardening, right? So
Yeah.
what sort of plants, like maybe indoor plants, outdoor plants? So what sort of gardening are you really keen into?
When I said that I love nature, so nature includes everything, not specific about any particular variety or kind of plants. Like in my at my home, I have indoor plants. I have a small lawn, and the whole lawn is full of greenery. And I have grown some fruit bearing plants also. So everything, every kind of plant I love.
All right. All right. Okay. Ma'am, then if you are a lover of plants, so have you ever been to a botanical garden? Have you ever
Ankita,
gotten a chance?
I'm a biologist, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has been incorporated inside me in all different, in all forms, and yeah, basically I'm a biologist.
All right. Great. Anything from your end that you would like to counter?
As I have told you that these days I'm working on my communication skills, though
Mhm.
this thing has always been in my mind, but I took courage to join some this kind of platform recently, and
Mhm.
it took me so long to come up to this decision for a number of reasons, because
Mhm.
I have seen that when you are not that educated, the things become easier for you a number of times, because uh, sometimes those things give you the advantage also. But once you attain certain level in your life, then people start judging you. So at that very moment, a number of times these kinds of decisions becomes a bit difficult for you. So I have also passed through the similar kind of situation, and so these days I'm enjoying my journey. Now, earlier for few months initially, I didn't discuss it with anybody that I'm working on my language this way, with the same kind of feeling with which every second person used to have, that how the people would take it. But now everybody around me knows it, so now I'm doing it openly. And the
Uh-huh.
problem at the moment I'm facing, of course, you might have noticed, yeah, whenever I have these sessions with the professionals, with the knowing the fact that the person on the other side is well versed with the language. So I become a bit stressed. I can't do it on the fly, but it takes me some time to become normal. But again, the problem which I'm facing at the moment is I make so many grammatical mistakes, and I find difficulty in the uses of prepositions so far as the language itself is concerned. But otherwise, I'm a believer, just go with the flow. Flow is very important, and yeah, these things will come up with the improvement with the passage of time, I think.
Well, if we discuss about improvements, madam, these improvements. So till life we come to learn and learn. Okay, so this learning process is a never-ending process,
Yeah.
and that too, learning from them what mistakes we have already made or we are currently making. Learning also becomes, we can say, an absorption process from the learning part. So mistakes, we just absorb them. Unless we absorb them, we won't be able to evolve. We won't be able to grow after it, right? So yeah. So when it comes to grammatical skills, I think it is the core of speaking. When you speak something, so yeah. So grammar is, I think, the foundations should be or must be very very strong. It must be very evident also, and it comes like we have also learned it from the school time, like from the academics, that what we have went through, right? And if now, so we can see that there are a lot of books, and nowadays not only books, a lot of digitally the world is helping us. Like a lot of YouTube channels are running who are teaching us, like the ways you can rectify your grammar, like this or that, so you can work on an English. Okay, so have you ever tried a few channels, ma'am, or have you like ever tried a digital help for yourself to make yourself
Yeah,
grammatical stronger?
I not specifically regarding grammatical error, English language in general. I
Mhm.
used to listen to the people who are good, who speak very well. Might be the people who are the native speakers, or to the many Indian people are there who are, you may take them as YouTubers who speak very well. I listen to motivational speakers as well. So yeah, I'm already into it, and yeah, but I don't have time, or maybe you may say I'm making excuse. I don't love sitting and holding a book in my hand while I'm
Uh-huh.
driving. Then I would like to listen to some this kind of stuff. I've just opened some YouTube channel and start listening to those channels. Yeah, I number of times I remain very particular whenever I come across some new word, new fancy word, not complicated word, new fancy word which I find catchy. I would a number of times stop my car on the roadside and would note it down in the notebook, and then I restart my journey. So yeah, I'm into it. As I told you, Ankita, I'm enjoying it. I don't want to take it as a stress because at this very moment of time, I because when I converse with different people, and you might have come across so many of the people like me who are at the initial stage of their career, they need it for some other reasons. For they are doing it for career advancement, for pay package to seek the good jobs. But I'm already at the top of the hierarchy in my arena. And I live in Punjab, where most of the time we converse, we do the paperwork in our mother tongue. So that way, it is not a necessity. But as I told you, I'm doing it for the sake of my own growth of Kawaljeet Kaur. I see myself as a person, so I want to satisfy my inner core. So that way, I don't want to take it as stress. I'm enjoying it. Might be I'm slowing. I'm going a bit at the slower pace, but yeah, I'm going this way. I do listen to the stuff, and I love to use the good words, but I might be that uh, at a certain stage, because I don't believe in aging. Frankly speaking, I'm not a person who always makes excuses that this is the aging factor. What? No, not at all. And moreover, I remain surrounded by the young blood because I cater to the youth all the time, and I'm doing for the last more than 25, 28 years. So that way, that keeps me energetic, motivated. But yes, when for so many years you keep on working on a single track, so then some of the things or the changes you want to bring in your life or in your style, those things sometimes become a bit difficult, not impossible, a bit difficult. Might be that is the kind of challenge I'm facing at the moment.
Mhm. Well, yeah, we can definitely connect with you that when you are in a journey to learn some new words, it becomes really, next to very, very tough, next to arduous, that to make them at our mouth, at the tip of our mouth instantly. So it
Yeah,
takes time. So when we are
exactly.
in the need of the same word, we cannot recall them. So
Yes,
it is like it has become the problem of the millennium, because like with every other person, we are getting this problem that, okay, I know a lot of vocabulary, but when I need them the utmost,
yeah,
I forget them. It doesn't hit my mind. Okay.
yeah,
So what I have realized, what I have circumspected is that it is due to that it is stored in our subconscious mind. Okay. But we need to put it into some inertia that, okay,
mm,
if you will be in the run, you will not be forgotten. It is like I have learned you maybe a week back, maybe a month back. And then after a month, if I come across you, it will hit my mind. Maybe I have learned that word. Oh, I'm very much, I'm very much familiar with this word. It is not unknown to me. But since
yes,
the fact that it has not been in the run, it has not been in the, loop with us since long, so that it becomes really tough to remember them, to
mm,
recall them when utmostly required. So I
yeah,
think that is an obstacle that is acting us. So yeah, what I used to do, ma'am, whenever, even I'm a homemaker for 4 years. Okay. So when I was left, like when my studies ceased for a while, then I used to practice this communication in my subconscious, like in a subconscious way by myself. And whatever stuffs I used to do, like if I used to cook, I used to transcribe all those activities that I was currently doing. Like I'm lighting the stove, I'm putting the wok on it, I'm pouring some hot oil, I'm tempering the oil with some ginger, garlic. So any of the spices, I couldn't know the word. I like very instantly I'll rush to my mobile phone just to know that, like, it was a curiosity, okay, that I had in me. But
yeah,
I still want to learn at least 10 new words every day. But what happens is if I learn 10 more words, it is very highly possible that might be 2 to 3 days later, those words are getting, no, we can say opaque. They're not transparent to me as they were to me that this very day. So yeah, this happens to us a lot. But when we keep the words in a run, in the loop with us even, so learning a word isn't enough, but how to use it in different contexts. It makes us to remember that word for a long time. In the long run, it is going to help us. Always we try, and we also ask the learners, we also ask someone who who comes up or who comes across all these sort of problems that, okay, there is that this is the retention problem, we cannot retain the vocabulary. So we always ask them to keep those words, whatever you have learned, in the loop. If you're not getting enough exposure to speak those words or to use those words in front of anyone, speak it with yourself. Like construct a scenario or construct a context with yourself that, okay, in what context, at least 2 to 3 contexts, I can practice these words with myself so that I know what is the usage, how can I use them. So therein which the magic lies, nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. I go eye to eye with you, Ankita. Everybody, we know everything actually.
Exactly. We know everything. Everybody
And
knows
things
everything.
are there, the words are all the time there in the mind, but again the same problem, we can't do it on the fly. And basic reason is because I agree with you that we must create the environment and we must bring those words in the loop, kind of the thing. Like whenever I'm driving, I try to talk to myself, I create some imaginary situation. We do. But you see, if suppose we do it for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, what do we do the rest of the 12 or 13 or 14 hours in a day? Again, we are back in typical kind of environment. So this ratio is not, it doesn't make equality. At one end you can take 1 hour we are spending on our language, and for the rest 14, 15, because our day doesn't go 12 hours a day and 12 hours a night. I think we keep on working for 15, 16 or 17 hours. Hardly we hit the sack, and when we go just for 5 or 6 hours at the maximum, we take that much of the sleep, and we are again back and the same routine we begin
Yeah,
with.
the same chord
So,
keeps on rotating and shuffling.
yeah,
Okay, so
yes.
one thing also I could help you with, if you think that, okay, 1 hour of like a stretch of an hour practice, it makes it really monotonous and
Yeah.
nearly very next to impossible. That, okay, 1 hour of consistent practice, at least you should be getting the context that on what pretext you will be speaking so tough. Okay, like for a straight 1 hour. So I suggest people to practice sporadically. Okay. This is not a norm, but we can practice sporadically. The way, like, if I like make, or if I try to, if I want to witness this language, at least let us assume that I set a goal for myself that, okay, 65 or 70 minutes of practice daily I want for my English to flaunt. Okay. Now, I would never try to practice it in a stretch. Rather, what I will do, I'll just make some cycles. Okay, I'll divide the cycle. I'll divide the whole time into columns. Like, okay, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, and 15 minutes. At different times of the day, I can practice. Let us say when I hit the home for my work. Okay. When you hit your car, you are driving off to your work. Then you make a cycle that, okay, for 15 minutes, whatever hits my subconscious mind, I'll just transcribe those into English. Let's see. By doing this, you are giving exposure to your mind to a different context. You might be seeing the roads in front of you, right? So you might be seeing the roads in front of you. If you see, ma'am, the poverty that lies in the road, you must be wondering, that the world is a miserable place. There are such people who are very fortunate like us, who are having, we are so much privileged with each and everything we are having. We are paying gratitude. But on the very other hand, there are some people for whom the life is so miserable. These thoughts are very much natural that hit us in a subconscious mind. So I'm just triggering my brain that no, for this time, for 15 minutes, everything is going to be in English. Let us say your work is approaching us. Oh my God. We start to feel very uneasy. Oh my God, again a pile of work. Then whatever I'm thinking in English, whenever I'm driving back to home, in our mind, a to-do list automatically wakes up. No, when I hit home, I have to do this, I have to fill the bottles, I have to cook for everybody, I have to make myself change, I have to rest, everything. Then trigger your mind. Okay, 15 minutes again, the to-do list. When I hit my bed, what did I did today? What did I do today? All the things that I did today, everything in English. When I go to sleep, like after scrolling on the social media and everything on phone, okay, what I am going to do the next morning, what I'm going to do the next morning, that in English.
Ankita,
Yes.
Ankita, may I interrupt you midway? How much time is left for the session?
Yeah, it's almost over, ma'am. It's almost over. Actually, we are running out of time.
Actually, your this pic is getting frozen, right? So I just wanted to recheck my net connection. Might be it is coming perfectly fine your way on your side.
No, it's all right. Actually,
Okay.
in the flow of the conversation, we are actually overflowing the time, but no worries. Such a lovely conversation I had with you. All right. And would love to see you again in some other sessions. Till then, ma'am, it was such a lovely meeting. Thank you so much. You had such a lovely vibe, such a smiley face and a lovely vibe you're having. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
dear.
we'll
Thank you.
connect to you sometime.
Thank you. I
so
too
much,
enjoyed
ma'am.
the session.
Have a great
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
See you again.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.